Hey parents, this is Jeff, and I'm here with one of this week's Continue the Journey activities. We're going to call this activity Choose Your Leader. There are no materials needed for this. It's just a fun game to play, and it's going to help kids process through our main point from this weekend, which was I will follow good leaders, and also just help them on their journey to find and follow Jesus. Well, this weekend, like I said, we had a main point of I will follow good leaders, and we looked at the story of someone who was not a good leader. He was an awful leader. His name was Abimelech, and we find him in Judges chapter 9. Now, if you're a veteran Jesus follower, you may have never read this story. It's not one that you would typically hear maybe preached on a Sunday morning or something like that. There are no redeeming qualities to this character in the Bible, and it's really a lesson of who not to follow. It was a great lesson for the kids to hear about following good leaders or bad leaders. The kids here on Sunday Morning Live, man, they were so engaged in his story. So if you haven't read this one, Judges chapter 9, check it out. It is super exciting, a little gory, and a lot of fun. So in this activity, like I said, we are looking at following good leaders. And you're going to say, in most game situations, we don't get to choose our coaches or our leaders. But today, my children, we are playing a game which you will be able to choose the leader that you follow through some warm-up actions. So what you're going to need here is just a couple of people to be leaders. Maybe it's you and a spouse. Maybe it's you and your neighbor. Maybe it's you and maybe a teenage son or daughter. And what you're going to let your kids know is that they have to complete 5 warm-up activities in order to achieve some sort of prize. Maybe it's a fruit snack. Maybe it's dessert that night. Maybe it's a little bit of Minecraft time, something like that. And what you're going to say is you and your co-leader are going to lead you in different warm-up activities, but one of us will be a good leader and one of us will lead the wrong activity. You're going to flip a coin or play rock, paper, scissors, something like that secretively from the kids before each round to determine who the good leader is and who the wrong leader is. But you're going to keep that a secret. So for each action, the kids are going to have to choose which leader they're going to follow. They're going to follow that leader, and then you'll reveal whether it was the good leader or the wrong leader. Now, obviously, your kids will have no way to know which one is the good leader and the wrong leader, so they're going to get about half of them right, they're going to get about half of them wrong. It's fun to do these kind of things with kids. They get frustrated. They think they've got some sort of formula in their head that they're going to determine which the right one is. It's never going to work out quite right for them. A lot of fun. Now, once they've actually chosen the good leader 5 times, you're going to say to them, did you know in this game what the correct action was, who the right leader was before you followed them? And the honest answer is no. There's no algorithm. There's no secret code. You're just determining it randomly. So even if they think they maybe had the code down, the answer is no. There was no way for them to know. And then say, could you choose not to follow the leader once you saw what the leader's doing? The answer is no. They had to choose one person and follow them. And then we can say, luckily in life, it's not that way. We can know the right thing to do by studying God's Word, by studying the Bible. God has told us how He designed us to live, and we can know the right thing in every situation by simply reading this book and studying it and going to church and praying and doing all these kind of things. And then we can say we can know if a leader is leading us to do the right thing or the wrong thing by looking at what God would want us to do. Some decisions are kind of neutral, right? Should we eat vanilla or chocolate ice cream? That's a neutral decision. But leaders sometimes will help us to be better people and be the people that God designed us to be. And leaders sometimes will lead us down wrong paths. We see that all the time in life. In life, we always get to choose whether we're going to follow a leader when we see what they're leading us to do. And we can choose that if a leader is not leading us to follow God, to simply not disobey God by following that leader. And so just remind them of that main point. I will follow good leaders. And I think that's a great activity to help your kids see that they have a choice in the matter in life of what they follow. They can choose not to do things that they know God does not want them to do. It's a great time to read that story of Judges chapter 9 too, because man, like I said, live on Sunday, the kids just ate it up. They were into it. They were hooting along what the people of the town of Shechem should do. They were really into it. So have a whole lot of fun with this Choose Your Leader activity. And I hope and I pray that this is going to help your kids process through this main point and continue on their journey to find and follow Jesus. Bye-bye, guys.